Some of the competitors, what they're doing to try to bring the cost down, which is understandable, is they are trying to give patients long-term printed temporaries. So we've been printing temporary teeth since 2015, but we don't leave our patients in the temporary. It's a bad model because what happens is when these temporaries stay in the mouth longer than 6 to 9 months, is they break down, they stain, and they fracture. So what that leads to is it leads ultimately to implant failure. So the biggest issue with these companies that are trying to put patients at a lower cost into long-term temporaries is it compromises the implants. So I see them routinely, weekly. I will get patients that have had this procedure done by one of these other centers, and they're in a long-term temporary. And what happens is they'll pay a reduced fee for these temporaries, but then the implants will fail relatively fast because implants need a solid bridge to connect them. So what they're doing by putting them in a printed temporary is, yes, they're okay for maybe a year or two, but then the implants are losing bone and they're failing. So the patients have now spent $30,000, they're coming to us, they're upset. Here I am, and I tell them, it's a terrible situation. I try to help them out, but oftentimes it's a conversation that I tell them they have to redo everything. So that's what some of these centers are doing, is they're telling patients, yes, it's $30,000. We can give you permanent bridges top and bottom. The patient doesn't know the difference, right? They just know they're getting permanent teeth. Maybe they're getting rid of their crappy denture, or maybe they're getting rid of their broken teeth. In reality, temporaries should not be in there for more than 6 to 9 months. To give a patient a reduced fee for an inferior service is a problem, because now these patients, they work hard, they save their money, they save up the money to get the procedure and get the temporaries, but then they get it done and then they don't have any more money and the temporaries will continue to break. You cannot put printed bridges in the mouth yet that will last a long time. Everybody has their own opinion in regards to what is the best end material. Some of that just comes with experience. Some of that just has to do with their opinion. What is better, porcelain, zirconia bridge, composite resin with a titanium bar? There's all sorts of different materials. We're always testing new materials to see what is the best. So we know that our patients are always getting the best end product no matter what.